Hi, writers. Lately, we've been drafting fast and furious, and today I want to teach you a way that writers can revise. You know, so many ways that we've revised this year that you can revise your leads, you can revise to think about adding dialogue or setting details or thoughts and feelings um, or small actions. Today, I want to teach you that there's different methods you could choose to revise and what that might look like digitally. So specifically, first, I want to take a look at what other ways that we've learned to revise in the past. We have learned to revise like this. We've learned to think about adding in marginal notes. We've learned to think about adding flaps and flags, arrows and indicators, to cut and tape, or just to rewrite anew. But the question is, what does this look like digitally? Some of these might work out for your digital revisions, and some of them might not. So let's take a look at the first one. Marginal notes. Are there ways that we could write notes to ourselves to think about what we might write? I think so. Let's take a look what that might look like. I'm going to show you an example student document and what a marginal note might look like. So one thing you can do when you look here is you can think about, you might write a little note to yourself, and that little note dialog box is going to be right here, and you can make a comment to yourself. And your comment can be either just a note. You could say, add setting details, or you could actually write what you're going to write, and that might be even more effective. You might even say something like, the sun shined and the wind blew. Something of that nature, and you can add notes in that way. Another thing that you could consider doing is thinking about, I don't know if flaps and flags will work in our digital writing, or if individual arrows and indicators could work. But I think there could be a version of cutting and taping. Oh, say hello to my doggy. Hey. A version of cutting and taping that you could do in your writing. And maybe that might look like this. Instead of actually cutting and taping, what we might do is we might sort of cut and tape, so to make more space, and then maybe you tape in, or you type in, maybe it's called space and type instead of cut and tape, what you also want to write, okay? I knew there was going to be trouble, right? And sometimes it's helpful to add your writing in a new color to show your revisions. Let's take a look at the last kind that we might write for our revisions, the last method. And that method could be rewriting anew. And so to rewrite anew, one of the things we might have to do is perhaps open a new page, or another thing that writers sometimes do is they will just work in the document that they were already in. Perhaps you write something like compost, and you move all this to the bottom, and you start rewriting anew. Right? Maybe even write in a new color to show that it's a revision. So I'm going to say recess time, our teacher exclaimed, yes, I thought to myself, I can't wait. So in this way, we can think about different methods for revision. We could think about leaving comments to ourselves. We can think about cutting and taping, or spacing and adding things in and rewriting anew. And oftentimes when we revise, we add it in a new color. So today, and any day that you're revising, you want to think about what kind of revision method works best for your writing. So you might try out more than one type of revision to see which works best, which makes my writing better. Only you can know that after trying things out, maybe with feedback from me. Why don't you try some revisions today, and I'll leave you some feedback in your document.